Hello guys, welcome to this awesome tutorial. My name is Bright. We are going to work on our reset password. If you're watching me on TikTok, Instagram, please do well to navigate to my YouTube channel to subscribe. Soon we will be coming live, working on live projects from YouTube. If you have not watched the part 1 and part 2 of this tutorial, I ask you to do so for clarity. Let us get started, please. On our previous part, we worked on user login. There was a few mistakes where if a user email is incorrect, it will throw an error. So we didn't validate it correctly. Sorry for that. That is a mistake. We want to start our server. We say py manage.py run server. We start our server. Click on it. I'm going to make one or two mistakes to show you what I was talking about. Let's assume our email is wrong. You notice we have gotten this particular issue. Now, without wasting much time, let us first tackle this problem before we continue. Open up your view.py again. We are going to do some few import. We say from the Django, we want to import message. We want to leave a message to the user. I don't really want to write much. We are going to cut this off. Don't worry. Over here we say message dot error. Now we want to redirect the user back in a professional way in Django dot meter dot get http with this the issue will be resolved, but we want to show the user the error message for the user to know. Over here we are going to use if condition. If messages, always remember to end your, we say end if. Ending your condition is always important. We are going to say for message in messages and for message. Please let us do inline styling here. We want to give it a color of red. So if we have done this, let's go back to our page, refresh. Now let's try the same thing again. Okay, invalid credential. Thank you so much. Now go back to your view. We want to go to our form. In this place, we are going to work on our reset password form class. It's going to be forms dot form. Email should be equal to forms dot email. This is all we need over here. Save the changes. go to your import. We are going to import reset password form. Now, we want to automatically grab the user information before we proceed. We want to grab the user information before we can. Now, when we grab it, then we will send an email to the user. Fasten your seatbelt. Do well to subscribe to this channel. Reset password is going to be request. Equal to reset password form. We are going to have request dot post capital or none. Before we proceed, I want us to return render pages slash, we are going to call it reset password dot html. The form should be equal to form. Remember, we have not created this page yet. So navigate into template pages, then let us create the page, the file.html. Without wasting more time, copy everything inside the login, paste it inside the reset password we just created. We are going to call here reset password. Reset password. I don't want the video to keep long, that's why I'm running faster. Please, if I'm moving faster than the way you think, do well to slow me down. I'm in your full control. Now, over here we can say log in. Maybe the user want to change his or her mind. We can say log in. Go back to this place. Now navigate into urll.py path. We are calling it reset password. And the name should also be the same. If we go back to our login, we can as well say forgot password. Save the changes. Refresh your page. We have forgot password over here. Let us give it a style. Inline style, please. The color should be red. Okay, we are clicking on it. Now we can enter our email. So if we enter our email, we are going to validate it and check if things or the information the user provided to us, if it's valid. How can we do that? We say if the form, which is this, if it's another name, that is the name you will call it, dot is underscore valid. Now we are checking if the form is valid. If it's valid, we want to take the user email to check if such email exists on our database. Email should be equal to form.claim-data. We want to take the email. User should be equal to, remember it's custom authentication. We want to get the user model. For professionalism, we are going to put it inside try catch. User should be equal to user, which user? The above user in caps, U in cap, the rest is small letter. Dot objects dot get. We want to get the email, which is equal to email. After getting this, we as well want to generate a unique ID. So if we want to do that, we are going to import. We want to import UUID before we can do that. Remember, we have to also update our model. We will update our model. Sorry for the call. We say user dot unique ID should be equal to UUID dot, we want to make use of the version 4. Then we proceed and user dot save. Also bear in mind we have not created this particular UUID. For us to do that, go back to your model. We can add anywhere from this place. It should be equal to models dot is going to be unique. The unique is equal to true. It can also be, during the registration, it will be blank, that's empty, because we are doing it on our local environment. Let's use no2. If we run migration after updating this model, we are going to encounter error. For us to avoid that, delete your migration. That means all the users we have registered will be deleted. The same way, delete your SQLite table. Now let us run our migration again. If you run the migration again, you may end up not migrating your custom app. We are going to do it this way. Watch me. Money.py. Make migrations. If you hit enter, it says no changes. But if we call our app, which is custom, auth app, and hit enter, it has migrated. Clear the whole terminal. Py manage.py. We are going to say migrate. Bear in mind that we have run the migration. If everything works according to plan, we'll be free to go. But let us also do this. Call our custom auth app and hit enter. Okay. All the changes for our custom app have been applied. Clear the terminal. You can now restart your server. Congratulations if you have watched me to this point. Please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It will take you anything, not less than a minute. Hit the bell icon that you may be able to get notification anytime I upload a new video. We are going to master so many applications from Node, Flask, Laravel application. Fasten your seatbelt. Let's begin. Now we have done this, we are also going to now I want us to we are leaving a comment. Okay. What are we going to do here? Okay, we want to apply we are going to call it reset underscore link. It should be equal to, let us grab this particular URL. So if it's on a live project, that's your live server, it should be your domain name. Then we are going to call it new dash password. We have not created this yet. We are going to do it in a moment. Slash. We want to take user dot unique ID, which is this over here. If we take that, we also need, we are going to call it user, which will be the email, user dot email. What else do we need? We need user ID. We'll call it user underscore ID. It should be user. We want the user ID, which is PK. You should be familiar with this. What next? We want to say subject. What will be our subject? Let's call it reset your password. We want to send an email to the user. If we are going to send an email, we have to do one or two inputs. So go back to the top. We are going to say from the Django mail. We want to import email message. We have done this. Now the next thing we are going to do is to make sure that we grabbed all the things, both the email, and we are going to send it to the user. We say html underscore content. This is just a variable. We are going to do a whole lot of things over here. The first, we are going to inform the user. We are going to say hello. It's user dot first name. We are taking the user first name. The next thing we want to do is also to ask the user, so you So sorry, it should be at the back. Now we also want to also warn the user in case he is not the one that made this request. We want to tell the user to ignore this email. Now we are done with this. What next should we do over here? We want to catch exception in case the email the user inputted as, how will I put this? If the email the user entered, if it doesn't exist on our database, we want to throw an error telling the user that we don't know anything about this particular email, so this email is not from us, or there is an error. Please check the email and do whatever you want to do. Anyhow, we say user dot does not exist. We want to leave a message dot error request. Now we want to say no user with this email. What? Okay, let's just say user with this email. Exist. Sorry, guys. Then we say return redirect. We want to redirect the user back to the same place. We say request dot meter dot get. By now you should be familiar with this. HTTP underscore now we are done with this. What if every information the user provides, they are accurate? What next should we do? We say try email underscore message. We say variable should be equal to the email message we just imported. Our subject should be equal to subject. You know, we created this subject over here. The body should be equal to the HTML content we created. And from will be equal to, on a real life scenario, when you host your project, it should be your domain. But on this case, we are using CHIKANW. Please use your own email, don't use mine, please. If you're hosting it, then you can use your domain. 2, who is the person that is going to receive the email, so is the one that requested for it. Email template dot, it should be equal to HTML dot send. If we have done this, what if there is an error? What are we going to do? First, we want to leave a message that everything was successful. We want to tell the user check your mailbox. Now we want to return the user, redirect the user to which place? We want to redirect the user to the same place. So what are we going to do here? Instead of us to do this, let us say request dot now. That means the user will still remain on the page. We have notified the user. In case there is any error, we want to grab the error message and show it to the user. Message dot error. Let's assume that we weren't able to send the email to the user. We are going to inform the user that, look, the email failed, okay? Please try again later. Now we are informing the user to try again later in case we weren't able to send an email to the user. We are going to configure our email. Go to settings.py. Over here, we are going to configure our email. I'm not going to type all. I will do copy and paste for you to see what I have done so far. Let us leave a comment. Email configuration. I'm pasting it. Please go through what I just pasted. This is to configure our Django to make use of email. Now we are using Gmail, so it's smtp.gmail. If you are hosting it, you can now make use of your hosting provider. For any information, you can contact your hosting company. The host user is our email. The host password we are going to get it. I will show you how you are going to get it from your Gmail, generate a password from your Gmail. Let's do that right now. Open up your browser. We are going to say my account over here, my account.google.com/app password. Okay, hit enter. The link will be posted on the description below. Then you have to enter your password and now click next. As you can see, I have created few over here in previous projects I was working on. We are going to create a new one. You can name it anything of your choice. I will call it the Django tutorial. Hit on create. Copy this password. This is the password generated. If you click down, it will disappear unless you create a new one. This is the generated password. Copy it. Hit done. Go back to your website. Now, over here inside the email host password, paste it. Then save the changes. If you save the changes, let us just check if we will get an error. Refresh the page. If we hit reset, it says no user with this email. What are we going to do? Let us first create a new account. My name is Chika. I'm using this. Please, if you're wondering how we get to this place, you better watch the part 1 and the part 2 of this tutorial, user registration and user login. Believe me, you are going to love it. It's well explained. We have part 1 and part 2. Not just that, I have also the one I combine them together to make it easy for you in case you don't want to watch part 1 and part 2. All these videos can be found on my YouTube channel. Are you a staff? Are you a super user? We say yes. The password. Then register. Now we can now as well log in. Okay, as you can see, when we are navigated into admin dashboard, click on log out, reset password. Over here, input the email and hit reset. If everything works according to plan, we will receive an email. It says an email has been sent to you. Let's check if it is true. Okay, yes, we have received an email. As you can see, hello, Chika. You requested a password reset. Click on the link below to do what? To reset your password. Click here to reset the password. There is a few mistakes on our link. We have to go back and check what happened. Yes, over here we didn't include the link. We didn't include that link. We have to include the link. What are we going to do? Sorry guys, that is a mistake from me. Okay, go back and now delete this. We are going to make a new request. Hit reset. Okay, an email has been sent to you. Let's check if it's true. Yes, And now, as you can see, we can click on this. But if you click on it, you will get an error because we have not yet worked on this particular file. Let us do it as fast as possible. We want to get all this information, the unique ID, the user email, and the password, which is also what we send to the user on his or her email. How can we get this? Before we proceed, let's do a simple thing over here. Clear the whole thing. Request. Return. Render. Pages / new password .html. We are going to create this file inside your template, pages, create a file .html. We are going to copy every single thing inside our new password. We are going to paste it over here. The difference will be let's here remain the same. Here will be new password. In case you don't want to change, you can still log in. Save the whole changes. Navigate into form.py. Your form.py. It's going to be forms.form. We are going to call here new password. Should be equal to forms dot duplicate this to avoid wasting time and call here confirm underscore password. Okay, save the changes, go back to your view.py. We want to import new password form. Now form equal to new password form. For now, let's leave it this way. Form is equal to form. We are done here. Take this to your urls.py path. It's going to be new dash password. New dash password. Save the changes. We can now navigate into new dash password. New dash password. Okay, congratulations if you have persevered to this point. We have a whole lot to do. Fasten your seatbelt. We want to now validate the incoming request to know if we are the one that really send the email to the user, or the user, they just want to do whatever that is in their mind to do. We say user is equal to get user model. Now we have gotten the user model. We want to put it inside the try catch. We say user is equal to user, the above user, dot object, dot get. Now the question is, what are we getting? Before we proceed to that, over here we call unique. Unique ID, email, PK. The PK shows user ID. It's user ID. So if you hear me mention PK, we are referring to user ID. Over here, we want to grab the unique ID. We are going to say unique ID. Remember, this name must correspond with the same name over here, please, to avoid error. It should be equal to unique ID, which is this. Email is equal to email. PK is equal to PK. If we have gotten all this, we want to check all this information. Do they really exist on our database? If the answer is yes, then we proceed. If the answer is no, we throw an error, redirecting the user back to the reset password because the information the user provided, they are not valid. We want to tell the user that he provided an invalid link. Return, redirect the user to which place? We want to redirect the user to reset password. Now we have done this, what if the information user provided to us is valid? Sorry, here should be PK. I think I was receiving an error. It's PK. It's not PAK. What if the information the user provides is valid? What then should we do? If the information is valid, we are now going to say if request dot method if it's equal to post, the post in caps, we want to grab, we say new password, let's call it new underscore password. It should be equal to Now we want to grab the password. We say request dot post dot get. This name should correspond with the name on your form, which is new password, please. Duplicate this. I don't want to waste much of your time. Here should be confirm password underscore password. Now we want to check, validate them, user password and the confirm password. If they match, we can call here see password. Now we are going to say if what? If new password, if it's not equal to the C password, if they don't match, what should we do? We want to throw an error. Message dot what? Error. Now we are informing the user that the password they provided that they didn't match. We want to redirect the user back. Now we have done this. What if the information they provided, what if they really match? What should we do now? We want to grab the user dot set password. We want it to be our new password. The user dot unique ID, we want to empty it. Why we are doing this is because a user can reset the password. Another person may have access to the unique code and want to make use of it. So as long as you have resetted your password, that code will now be valid, okay, for security reasons. When we do that, then we want to now save. After saving, we want to leave a message. Dot is a success message. Informing the user your password was changed successfully. In this particular place, you can also move to advanced level and send the user an email saying, hey, your password has also been changed. If you are not the one that changed this password, you can do this and do that to secure your application or your file or your page or your goods. Okay. So what next should we do now? We want to now redirect the user to a login page. We want to say return, redirect, we want to redirect the user to what? To login page, which is log in. Now we have done this. I want you to go back to your url.py. Now update this particular part because we want to grab the unique ID which we sent to the user via email and now the email address of the user and the user ID. We'll call here UUID. Sorry, guys. UUID now is equal to what? Always bear in mind that it should be equal to this particular UUID. This UUID is equal to the ID we sent to the user is equal to the ID we sent to the user. Now we want to also grab the email and the other stuff. So that UUID is equal to, come back, go back to your thing. We want to grab the informations. The UUID should be equal to should be equal to this. Okay, so the UUID is equal to this particular ID that we sent to the user. Then the email will also be equal to that particular email we sent to the user, and the password will also be the same. Since we have gotten this particular UUID, we're also going to say slash what user. Remember, slash user, which is this user, which is this. Now slash is going to be what? Email slash user ID underscore ID. I will explain. Why we are using this user ID is because over here you notice we also make use of user ID. User ID is equal to, it should be equal to the PK. Which will be integer, which is PK. So if we have done this, let's check what we have done so far. Unique ID, the user is equal to what? The email. Now, user ID is equal to the unique what? ID, that is the ID of the user. If you save the whole thing and now go back to the same email, click on it. As you can see, now we are on this particular page. You can now enter your new password. If you click reset, now it says your password was changed successfully. Click on login. Now, as you can see, everything is working correctly. What if we click on this email again? It says it's invalid link. If you have made it to this point, congratulations. Do well to subscribe to my channel for more tutorials like this. Subscribing to my channel is simply saying we encourage you to do more. Thank you so much and remain blessed. Thank you.